Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Innovation Masters. While the year 2020 was extremely challenging from a business and technology standpoint, it also gave us several innovative stories of how visionary technology leaders leverage digital to drive transformational business outcomes. To acknowledge and appreciate the stellar work done by IT leaders, Control-S and Cloud4C, in association with ETCIO, have launched this initiative called Innovation Masters. To shine a light on yet another innovative story, we have with us today Mr. Maitrey Modha, Head ICT Technology, EMEA and ANZ at CNH Industrial. Welcome, Mr. Modha.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you, ETCIO.
Great. To start off with, sir, the year 2020 was definitely extremely challenging, especially for technology leaders as they had to ensure business continuity in such trying and testing times. How crucial or critical was the role of digital in converting challenges thrown up by the crisis into opportunities?
Well, I would say that uh, these challenging times, every function, every business function or support function, like HR, finance, as the business as the support functions, and respective business functions like the manufacturing, the supply chain, the purchasing, and parts and services. Everyone was looking at IT or digital to ensure continuity of work. Majority of the BCPs failed because no one ever imagined such a large scale and extended outage while preparing these BCPs. So things that were put in place were the ways of working. The ways of working changed. Remote working was something which became so prominent, which in earlier days was seen as a taboo, especially in the Indian uh, uh, equation. If I tell you, companies don't want their employees to work remote or be available remote, but they want them to be physically present and working from office. Same was the support. So it always was a white glove treatment. Everyone wanted that an IT support technician be available at their desk to provide the support. And with the extended remote working, it completely changed. Now, remote support was the only savior, and people started to work remotely, and everyone accepted it. It was just, that you be available from wherever, work from anywhere, but be available. That was the motto.
Right. Sure. Wonderful. Great, sir. Can you share technology innovation that you implemented over the last, 18 months or so that helped your organization not only survive but thrive by improving productivity or growth or efficiencies or customer or employee experience? And how did these innovations eventually help you drive transformational business outcomes?
So when the pandemic hit and the businesses were asked for locking down, uh, it was the time when we had to think about options, and we initiated actions like providing laptops to the users, enabling remote desktop for working from their homes using their home PCs, connecting to the technical workstations, the high-end workstations for design and development work, providing Microsoft Teams as a collaboration platform, and enabling virtual desktops. These are some of the uh, initiatives or some of the changes that we implemented at a large scale and at a fast pace to enable people to work remotely and be effective and efficient.
Okay.
Other than that, there was a large scale adoption of public cloud, uh, virtual desktops, virtual meetings, and we moved, I would say not completely away, but we moved from VPN based connectivity to multi-factor authentication, so that when you connect to VPN, your speed generally comes down. But with the multi-factor authentication, you are able to continue to work without connecting to a VPN. That is something that enabled faster paced working for the people and efficiency. Then is there was an adoption of hybrid work model where people were allowed or were enabled to work from anywhere, and where needed people would come into office, perform the job, and go back and work from their homes. So this hybrid work model was also implemented, and that helped.
Okay, wonderful. So going forward, what new innovations are you exploring and which technologies are you banking on?
Well, I would say that work from anywhere is going to stay, and it's going to be the new normal. So flexi working hours, virtual team meetings, virtual working spaces, collaboration spaces, remote support, chatbots, self-healing networks, and self-healing capabilities on users' laptops or user assets is going to stay. Uh, and bring your own device, use any device, work from any device is again going to be of prime importance. So these are some of these initiatives, some of the advancements that are helping and that would be looked at for supporting and working going beyond.
Okay, sure. So talking about innovation, how critical is cloud to your innovation strategy, and how are you leveraging it to drive innovation at speed and scale? Because you mentioned that you went for public cloud in a big manner. Going forward in 2022, do you think you will move more critical applications to public cloud? What are your plans vis-a-vis public cloud and your thoughts on it?
So I believe the cloud, be it public or private or hybrid cloud, it basically depends on what is your application, what is it that you are trying to achieve, and let me give you an example. So when you are trying to do some POC, you would want to use a public cloud where you have the flexibility to select and modify components as per your need and scale as you grow. Something which is highly critical and internal to the company would you'd want to keep it as a private cloud. So it's going to be a mix of both public and private. So I would say that the hybrid cloud is the way to go, and most of the companies are already leveraging that, and it will continue the way it is growing right now. But yes, I would say that the public cloud space has definitely helped and empowered the IT managers a lot. What used to take months to procure and set up is now readily available in few minutes or hours. That's really helping.
Wonderful. Finally, sir, last question. What is your advice to other enterprise technology leaders on how to leverage digital for bringing about business transformation and innovation? Because, these will be like really critical and crucial
Sure.
going forward. So your thoughts.
Sure. I think uh, the most important is to continually learn and upskill oneself. So even as an IT leader, I continue to learn new technology, learn new areas of IT. It's so quickly evolving and it's so dynamic that if you don't keep yourself abreast of the technology, um, you cannot really survive. So one is that upskilling yourself and your teams, because if you have people under you and if they are not uh, skilled or they are not up to date skilled, it's not going to help. And engaging a startup mindset is another important aspect. The way things are changing, the dynamics of business and the overall model that we see today, it becomes very important that we work as a startup. We work quickly and in an agile way. Keep things simple at the same time. Be readily available to make any changes as per the business needs. And one most important aspect is whatever the digital technology or roadmap that you want to achieve, you need to align it with the organizational goals. Define a strategical roadmap for adopting digital, and keep scaling as you grow. That's my advice.
Okay, sure. Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for. Thanks a lot, Mr. Modha, for sharing your story with us. Ladies and gentlemen, keep following
Thank you.
ETCIO to watch more such exciting stories as part of the Innovation Masters series. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep innovating. Thank you.